I ain't even gonna lie, guys. I just recorded about a 15-minute video of me perfectly explaining my setups from yesterday, and it just didn't record right. The whole audio was delayed. I was talking about SPY, and then that shit was still on who knows what fucking stock. I'm just like, well, that's fucking unfortunate, but let's run it again. Let's see if this screen recording installed app here actually lets me record it and doesn't cut off on me. And let's go over what I just went over, guys. It's a great morning. Let's start off with Roblox. First trade of the day yesterday, right? And this was on the 12th. Roblox was great. I think the setup was great. I will take it any time of the day. It just didn't play out, and that's okay. All we do is manage our risk. As you can see, though, Roblox is in a very tight range, guys. Very tight range. We're just waiting for a breakout above. Like at the 4-hour, that's what we want to see. Huge move up, price dies down, and it just starts tightening up. And then we wanted to see a breakout, which we didn't get. Entered on the 5-minute. As you can see, can't get any simpler than this. Broke above, closed above. Entry, stop loss under the breakout level. Price failed. It's unfortunate. Everything ended up pretty much failing. All the stocks were down. Roblox was the only one that had relative strength, and it actually ended up fucking dying down. Unfortunate. Took an $81 loss. It is what it is. And then we ended up taking SPY and AVGO later that day. Ended up taking SPY first, and SPY I just executed perfectly. And sometimes I know I tell myself like, oh, maybe I just got lucky. Like, Ricky, stop telling yourself that. You analyzed this. You did this. All you did was analyze it and mark your risk parameters and your profit parameters, and it ended up playing out. That's trading for you, man. There is no luck. Sometimes you can get lucky, but you gotta tell yourself, man, you did not get lucky. You analyzed this. You did this. You gotta start seeing yourself as someone who's worth winning, someone who knows what they're doing. That mentality is everything, and you did this, Ricky. So don't tell yourself, "Oh, I just got lucky." Like, no, man, you've been doing this. You've been charting. You know what to look for. You didn't get lucky. You marked it right, and you were right, and you executed on your bias that was right. That's trading. It's all a probability, and you had the upper edge here. So looking at SPY, of course, we know we're bullish. We're going up. And we had a major high here on SPY. And I can see we're kind of just correcting this whole downside move we had. And overall, we're bullish. All I simply do was drew my trend line because all I wanted to see was break above. I didn't want to see price break above here to see the follow through. And as you can see, we got just that SPY. And this is something I would trade a lot before. So I kind of knew that price tends to correct itself when it fails pre-market open. As you can see, this was pre-market, made highs. Market open came and actually made a little move up above our breakout level, and then just kind of died down. I did not take this here. Even if I would have taken it there, I would have been stopped out. And even if I would have been stopped out, the simple thing would have been re-entry. And what do we want to see for a re-entry? Price just correct itself, start trading above the moving averages, hold above, and then you enter again with stop loss below the breakout level, which we did just that. And that's exactly how I'd entered. So I had a few confluences here. For sure, divergence. I've added this back. This is something I would use before when I first started trading. I liked it. It's a great confluence, and it's something we had here on SPY. I don't have the indicator pulled up on this chart. I have it on my other monitor. But yeah, we have divergence here. That shit helped me execute this trade. And then from there, I just went down to 1 minute. I went down to 1 minute, and I just wanted to see price break above my level with volume and hold, which we did just that. Drew my trend line, and then boom, popped above. Didn't enter quite there. Wanted to see a bit more volume. Went down to the 2 minute. I saw price come down, test the EMAs, come back up, close above, reject. I'm like, okay, that's solid. I got my break above. I'm above my breakout level. My bias is bullish. We had a little divergence here, and we're above the EMAs, and we're seeing rejection candles. And that's all I need to see, really. Stop loss very tight under my breakout level. I'm like, this could be a great risk to reward. and pretty much ended up riding it all through. My plan is 40% up in profit. I trimmed one contract, and then from there I just trail it based off the 3-minute 20 EMA. That's something I've been noticing that it holds very well, and it gets me out at a pretty good level for a day trade. And we ended up holding it, and then I was like, perfect. TP level got hit, but I didn't close because I liked the volume and strength we had in SPY. So therefore, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely holding this. Let me drink my juice. Damn, it's the most I've ever talked. Anyways, we ended up holding this 20 EMA all throughout, and I'm like, perfect. Now that price has made a very nice move up, held my EMA throughout this level, and 3 more hours from here will be at market close. I'll be a bit more lenient with my trailing stop loss, right, within this area here. And I'll like, okay, if price decides to just come down, close under, I will close, take my profit. But if price decides to now just stay above my TP level here, which is that 4-hour prominent high, if it can manage to stay above, I will definitely swing this. And price definitely managed to stay above. So now no longer trailing based off the 5-minute. Now really I just want to see price hold above this level here and just kind of hold and go into a bigger time frame like the 15-minute. I like how the 15-minute is. As you can see, I was already explaining this. I like how the 15-minute is, gives it a bit more room. As you can see, 3 minutes is just right on there, 5-minute is right on there. I need to give it a little bit more room. So now once market opens in about 2 hours, I'll be looking at the 15-minute and the 30-minute. I like where this is at. So anywhere within this range here is where I would want to see a rejection. If I see price just come, aggressively strong and then just start closing under, I will close. But I kind of want to be a bit more open because SPY could easily come down like this and it look like it's breaking on the 15-minute, but you go on the 30-minute and then it ends up rejecting here. So definitely will be trailing my stop loss. Nothing. Once it starts breaking under here, I'm out the trade. But I want to give it a bit more room because price could easily come down here and then just some shit like that, and I can keep fucking trailing and make more fucking money. And my icons expire today, but it could easily do that. So for sure, I'll be a bit more open. Keep in mind, I was supposed to take profit up here. So anything above here, I'm super good. Now this is just extra fucking money that I can make if I trail appropriately. Let's see what happens market open. But that's SPY for you. We ended up then taking AVGO. And AVGO was awesome. It was one I was watching pretty much as well. I just needed a bit more time. As you can see, gap up, push up. Very tight range on the daily. We're just waiting for the breakout. Simple as that. As you can see, we had the first initial breakout marked up like right here. You go down to the 5-minute. You can see that we pre-market were at that level. Market open. Price came up, rejected. That's why you gotta wait for a closure. Boom, boom, and then it came up again. This would have been the tricky part. This would have been, would I even take this? Probably not, because now I see this pre-market level. I would have had to wait for something price above there. But if you did take it, which you shouldn't have because price never closed above this level here, I would have adjusted my trend line to tap on top of that, right? So it can be like this and it'll never close above. You would have been stopped out, but even then you should have never entered, which is why you saw my trend line here, how I drew it. Where's it at? Like this, because now it's above here. As you can see, tap rejected, came up, failed, rejected, stayed under. We waited for a break above. Price was ranging, had a pop here. I'm like, you need to wait for a little more volume. That's not too much. I need to see a bit more breakup. Boom, boom. I'm like, okay, now we got some volume kind of coming in. We got price more above our level, actually closing above our level. Enter that, stop loss, simple. It's gonna go under my trend line, under my breakout level, under this mini support that it held. Because if it comes under, I don't want to be in it. It's showing that it's failing, and it ended up ribbing. On AVGO, I only did one contract because I did not want to over risk as much as I want to do 2 contracts. And as good as the trade looks, you gotta accept that no matter how good the trade looks, it could always fail. And I gotta be more focused on how much I could lose rather than how much I can win. The profits will come, the process would say it all. So, AVGO, same deal as SPY. I just ended up riding it. Let my trade kind of ride. I ain't doing much here. It's either it rides or it hits my stop loss. And ended up riding, ended up securing about 40%. I'm like, yeah, I'm going break even. And then from there, I'm just trailing on the 3 minutes. You can see, never broke and closed under my 20 EMA. Held it here for a little bit, and then ended up bouncing. And then price just ended up moving up, and then market closed. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And now we gapped above. Same deal with SPY. I'm not gonna be trying off 3 minute no more. Price is pretty extended. If anything on AVGO, I'm just going based off what the EMAs, how the EMAs look, which one looks most reasonable to me. Even here, trailing that and net, trailing it based off the 200 EMA, which is also something I back tested before. That works. Trailing off the 300 EMA for a long term. If it never closes under, we can keep bouncing. I like that one. I also like, you see, this looks good, right? But it's really tight. Price could easily come back down to something like this and range and then bounce, because look at this. Look at the 30 minute. It's bouncing off the 10, but it could come down and bounce off the 20. Look at the 1 hour. The 10 EMA is right there. It could easily come down and bounce off the 20. So looking at it, I think on AVGO, I'm for sure going to be just looking at the 3 minute 20 EMA and then the 1 hour 10 EMA for sure. I'll even make that note there. Let's see. Look at 3 minute 200 EMA and or 1 hour 10 EMA for trailing. That's a note right there I want to take, because like I said, price could easily come down. Oh, bounce. But if it closes under, well, I'll be out. Looking at the 1 hour, same deal. Within the 300, within the 200 EMA on the 3 minute and the 1 hour 10 EMA, it's pretty much at that same level there, which we had that initial push. Which is pretty much, guys, if you think about it, it's not too complicated. It's just basic market structure. It's just basic market structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Anything under here, it's a break of structure, so price could, anything under here, price could do whatever the fuck it wants and continue moving up. If it starts breaking under, it's invalid. But if it respects, it's valid. Simple as that. We'll see what the market brings for us today. Hopefully we just don't fucking shit the bed pre-market. Hopefully we just kind of hold there and see what price decides to do, guys. That's pretty much the recap for today. I am up over, let me tell you how much I'm currently up on this. I know Roblox, I took a $81 loss. I took a 27% loss. SPY, I ended up securing 40% on one contract, which was $60 gainer. So that's so far $20 down for a day. But AVGO, I ended up being, when it closed here, I don't know how much I'm up here, but when it closed here, I'm up 51%, and on SPY I am over 110% on SPY. So pretty good runners. So let's see what today brings. Today is the 13th of July? No, the 13th of August. Yeah, 13th of August. It is 6:20 a.m. We're gonna do some studying. We're gonna probably hit the gym. We'll probably get a shower and yeah, just see what the day brings for us, guys. It's a great day. Let's follow our risk, Ricky. Do not over risk. Do not over trade. And yeah, we'll have a great fucking day, guys. See y'all later.